Hola. Hola, my friends. Hold on. Okay. I just got to make sure y'all can hear. Hi, friends. How are you guys? Welcome to episode 7 of our We Time podcast. Yay. As you can see, it's just me. Men run late during this time of the year and have broken promises. Hold on. Let me make sure everything is up and running, my friends. Everything is up and running. So, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 7 of the We Time podcast. I am your host, or one of them, Tish Kanani. Yay, yay. And then we always have DJ Spin I Am mostly, but as you can see, him ain't here on die. He's having some other situations he's got going on today. So, he's going to try to tap in with us, but he texts me and says, I'm running late. Yeah, okay. Like I said, that's what men say all the time during this time of the season, which is why I decided to name this episode, ladies. Why? Because it is officially about to be football season. August preseason started, Madden came out, ladies got ignored. Not so fun. So, I actually if you guys know my husband, he plays football. Sorry, I'm freezing over here, so I made me some coffee. That's why I'm 2 minutes late. Sorry, I had to drink some. So if you guys know my husband, Stephen Michael Sr., uh, he is he's a football player. So therefore he is also a football fanatic. And so Madden comes out. That's the only video game he buys every single year. He gets Madden. So about like May ish, June, maybe April, about the time the schedules come out for the new season, he'll start saying, "Oh, don't forget, Madden comes out this day. Madden comes out this day." Blah blah blah. And we pretty much go through that dog and pony show for I'd probably say all the way up until August. So from about April, Mayish to August, we go through that dog and pony show. So now the time has come upon us, and yeah, kind of stuck with uh not being able to get any assistance from my significant other because he's distracted by either a football game on TV, somebody's YouTube channel that's talking about football and what he already saw, or is recapping some type of weird stuff going on in the NFL, or he's playing Madden. So this is that time of the year where like I don't get anything done when it comes to him, which is good and bad. He can't argue about if I want to go somewhere, which I haven't been lately, but the bad part is that it's just me and Mike. And really it just be let me stop playing. I love football. Football is actually the only sport that I actually pay a lot of attention to. I actually love football. But it irritates my soul when I can't get anything like football is Sunday, Thursday, Monday night, right? Not Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 24 hours a day, and you can't do anything. That's not what football is. So, anywho, David is supposed to be tapping in with me today. He wasn't gonna like what I was gonna talk about anyway, which I don't really care. He'll be all right because he's a man. He's right there with them when it comes to sports. When it comes to like basketball or baseball or something like that, even soccer, like okay, whatever. I watch college football and I watch obviously the NFL. Um, but basketball, I normally don't start paying attention to basketball until they get right into the playoffs, like right about that time. Baseball, I only went to get the hot dogs. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And that's when Royals tickets were like $8 and you got a bobblehead with the ticket. So yeah. Yeah, no. So sports season is upon us, ladies. And I probably should have took some time and opportunity to go through my little my little bag of tricks and compiled a surviving the football season. I probably should have went through and got something that surviving this football season for ladies that, you know what, I'm gonna write a book about that. Ladies that don't do football, but I'm not one that doesn't do football. So, but for ladies that don't do football, how do you guys survive the season when your man is preoccupied and unattentive and whatever else he is or they are? So, anywho, guys, it's really interesting. It's really interesting to sit here on this podcast. I used to do this podcast. Hold on. I need to drink a drink. And I promise this is coffee. I promise. I would show y'all, but I'll probably tip it over. Oh wait, I could do it here because I keep a spoon. See? Coffee. Oh, it's splashed. I was upstairs in the bed and I was came downstairs, and downstairs is colder in the house than anywhere else in the house. So I came down here and it was freezing to me, so I had to go get me, like, you should see my socks. They're thigh high socks. So I have those on, and then I have this robe I keep in here from when I'm designing, like especially late at night when I'm really super cold. And so I put my robe on. So I'm getting warmed up with my coffee and all that. But anywho, I was gonna tell you guys about the history of the podcast. Like I've always it's interesting to be on a podcast by myself right now because I used to be used to talking to myself and my audience, but I got used to talking to David. And so being the only host today is like super weird. Oh, David, you could comment, but you can't get on. Got you. Thank you. Being the only host is kind of super weird. I am used to talking to myself, but at the same token, I've gotten used to having that dialogue back and forth and having a conversation back and forth with input and things like that. So I know I'm going to prepare for this. I did a Girls Unscripted podcast that I spearheaded with three other people. And when that kind of, everybody's commitments changed. So when that changed, the dynamics changed, which is when I changed it to We Time podcast. But David at the time, excuse me, DJ Spin I Am at the time had his own podcast too. So we would kind of like cameo on each other's, and it was just super fun. We just had a really great chemistry. We had a lot of fun together, just kind of joking and laughing and just being able to have different topics and really being able to tackle them. So um, when I started having surgeries, it was just like, uh, when do you, people just start asking, when do you bring the podcast back? When you bring the podcast back? So I was like, I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back. And then I was like, let's do this together and let's stay committed to it. And so this is our way of making sure that we stay committed because even though it would have been easy to say, hey, we're not able to broadcast today because one of us has an obligation, we were still like, you know what, let's do what we got to do. And we can have a conversation with our audience and those people that are planning on jumping on the broadcast with us. So shout out to y'all who's on here and holding it down with me as David left me all by myself. You got to put your heart into that type of stuff. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to have a fun time. It's probably not going to go 2 hours like our normal broadcasts do when we have guests and things like that, or when me and David are just shooting shit because, I'm just shooting the shit by myself now, and I'm not about to sit up here for no 2 hours shooting the shit with y'all unless it just becomes some shit and then more shit. Oh, wait a minute. I said I was not going to be cursing. So shooting the stuff. Pew. Yeah? No? Okay. I thought it was funny, so I don't I don't care if you guys thought it was funny. So let's talk about this, what I said. When I say ladies, I'm gonna go back to that. I I love football. I've already said that. Everybody knows that. Um, it's always just been a sport that I could really relate to. other than volleyball, like other than sports that I played volleyball growing up. So it was just something that I just enjoyed, some of my favorite times of the year. Oh, look who decides to just pop in. Well, hello, sir.
What's up?
Now you want to come on?
Hey,
11
I was running
minutes.
late.
11 minutes.
I was running late.
11 minutes, 7 seconds.
I could not find my keys to my car, and then I was trying to rush down here for dinner. You know, my
David's
work had
got business dinner.
they got all this stuff going on all week. So yeah, it's dope. Finally got a job that actually likes to do stuff.
Oh my God. I
Yeah.
I know a job that actually likes to do stuff. I just went to a softball game for a job that actually likes to do stuff. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. Moving on. David, welcome. I titled I titled the episode 7 ladies, cuz and I was just about to say too, part of the reason why I chose this was because you were like, "Let's talk about sports." And I was like, "Why would I want to why would I want to talk about sports?" But it really gave me that ladies moment because women are this is the season where y'all about to get ignored, ladies. Mike tried to get me to sign a contract when Madden came out in August. Apparently there's some Madden contract. Um
I think it's right there along the lines of Call of Duty. Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Halo. I didn't
Halo is not the same no more. It's not like it used to be.
I didn't know Halo was only Xbox game.
Yeah,
Verletta had to tell me that.
yeah. No, but the thing I wanted to just kind of talk to you about, just because I think did we talk about Shakara Richardson before?
We did. We talked about her in the last version of We Time when
Okay,
she first started making smoke, making noise, and that was before the world kind of turned it back. Which congratulations to what she truly is accomplishing right now. Like she
right.
came back with a vengeance. When she took that wig off, it was like that bat signal. Pow! She was ready to go.
No, but I, the reason why I was bringing her up is because I can't think of his name. I've been trying to be on top of everything as of late, but there was a young man that he won big at the games, and he said that it's kind of messed up that the NBA has world champions and they're header, but they're not playing against the world. But yet, people that are running and actually going to different countries and going to these different professional meets and coming through and winning gold and stuff like that, they're actually on the world stage, and
Mm.
they've been giving him a lot of backlash about that. And then Shikari spoke up with him saying the same thing. It's like I thought the same thing too. It's like, we won the Super Bowl, and it says world champions. We won the when the Royals won the World Series. They say world champions, but yet we stay in the United States. We might get people from different countries, but it's just kind of like it's not really the same. That's why they
Yeah.
treat soccer differently, because it's actually on the world stage. It is a world game. So I was just like, man, it's crazy how so many people are like going at him about it just because, he had an opinion, which, technically he's right, you know?
No, he's definitely right because I was just about to say that they do say that and the only thing that the NFL do is and they just recently started doing this where they would go overseas and play each other
Yeah, but they're still
overseas.
playing each other.
Each
They're not,
other, yeah.
they're
That's
not
why I
playing
put
like in a,
emphasis.
uh, it's not like, when they go to the Olympics, and like even our basketball team is not the same at the Olympics. It's not like they
Yeah.
clean it up like the dream team no more. So it's like, yeah, it's all stars from every team, but y'all getting smoked.
Bodies, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just
But
saying. I'm just saying. I just wanted to bring that up, and
equality
then
amongst sports.
I just wanted to go ahead and give you some encouragement, because I was listening on the way here to dinner. Just to let you know, you were built for this. You have the ability to run the podcast all by yourself, and
What you about to eat though?
I am about to eat. I'm about to get in here and get some Jack Stack. You know,
Hmm.
I
Must
find
be.
it just
Don't you get tired of barbecue? You make barbecue every day.
don't hit. Oh, stop.
Oh, it's somebody, your coworkers. Tell them
No,
you.
no.
It
This
was a real
bus,
person.
this bus just hit this art installation here.
Art installation.
Yeah,
No,
it's like
somebody really hit something.
yeah. That's why I was like, stop. Yeah,
Hey, I'm nosy.
I
Turn the
will put it
camera
on
over there.
camera, but then like I don't want to
Oh,
leave
know where
no
you at?
blast. Yeah, it's just like, dude, he
So
just
wait a minute.
he
You're
just
the eyewitness.
yeah. I see nothing.
You
I
just gonna go.
I observe and
This
report.
gonna be on. This is gonna be on the shade room by next week when somebody says, "My neck, my back."
He in there by himself. He'll be all right. He's
Oh,
driving
he
the.
kept going.
Yeah, well, he stopped once he tapped it. I guess he found out what it was.
Oh Lord.
Oh well.
Oh Lord. Well,
Well,
I hope
anyway,
I'm freezing over here. So my nose is cold. Well, I just be over here by myself.
well, you'll be all right. You're a big
It's
girl.
okay.
You got your big girl drawers on.
I don't know. I might have not had them on.
Oh no, that sounds horrible.
It's okay. It's all right. That's
You
all
probably-
right. That's okay. I'm gonna do this anyway. Hold on. Are you tapping out?
Yeah, I'm tapping out. You have a good night. Enjoy the podcast, everybody.
All right. Adios, amigo. Thank you. Okay. Well, David left this again. That was like typical man shit. That's what I'm saying. Typical man shit. Leave the money on the dresser. You bopped him for 2 seconds. Boy, I swear, folks, everything I love, men. Anyway, let's talk about that Shikari situation. I completely actually agree with that because that is interesting to know that, and then when somebody complains about it, that you're going to be tripping about it. But that is interesting to know that they truly are on a world stage. Like they are literally on a world stage when they go to the Olympics and run track and field all over the world, and then they don't get the same recognition as an NFL team, which is NFL, National Football League. Now, I will say that obviously the NFL has more. Well, actually, I don't know. I really don't know to even say that if the NFL has more money than most other if they have more money than like the Olympics. Well, no, because I mean, I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't want to misquote myself, but they probably do actually because they actually pay people lots of money, and that's probably why they feel like when you get into those $1 billion industries, they feel like they own every damn thing and they could do whatever they want. So to say that they're a world champions football team when in reality they're American champion football team, which is football amongst the world is really soccer. But whatever. Anyway, let's go back to Sha'Carri Richardson. We did talk about Sha'Carri Richardson on the original We Time podcast episode prior to it discontinuing. That was like one of our last episodes we actually talked about because she was doing big things. And oh, I got a guest. This is what happens when you're a spoiled wife. Hi, babe.
What up, babe?
Thanks for joining me. David left me.
Where did he go?
He went to go eat Jack Stacks.
Oh.
He has a work endeavor that he had to go to. So he came on 11 minutes late. He was on for 2 minutes and then he dipped out. But before he left, he had dropped a little nugget. So I figured you would be a good person to really have the conversation with because your level of knowledge in these areas are really amazing. So I was hoping that you would come on. So were you paying attention to the podcast before when David got on?
No,
Yep,
I
I
was
knew. I
helping
knew you wasn't.
Mike with homework.
Oh, such a good daddy. So David got on the podcast and he was like, I wanted to talk about Sha'Carri Richardson because he said that there was a guy who competed in the Olympics. He couldn't remember who the athlete's name was, but he was like, the guy's been getting a lot of backlash this past couple weeks or something because he was like, we're on a world stage, but other um industries like the NFL and every they call themselves world champions, but they're not on an actual world stage. And so I was saying that that's interesting because, NFL, for instance, billion-dollar companies, I guess, feel like they could do whatever they want. But first of all, do you know what he's talking about? The guy that he's talking about?
I don't know the guy he's talking about, but I mean, it's just American arrogance. We have the World Series, but the only we're the only teams playing in the World Series, so it doesn't make sense. But I get it. I get what he's trying to say.
Yeah. That's what he was saying. Like some of the people that are basically backlashing him or like, whatever. But I think, yeah, you're right. American arrogance sounds right. I was also telling everybody about your contract that since you missed the podcast, you missed me talking smack about you. I was telling everybody that around the time of April when the new lineup comes out and the dates for Madden release come out, you start reminding me like every couple weeks that Madden is coming out
In August.
in August. Right. You started reminding me in April and May. Madden is coming out in August. That's my point.
Yeah.
And
It
so
doesn't help me too often though.
you don't think so?
No, I send you contracts and everything. You refuse to sign my contracts.
Why do I need to sign your contracts?
So you understand, like it's in the contract of when to expect me to be back
Hold on.
fully participating in household activities.
First and foremost, you should always fully participate in household activities because you're
not
part
during
of the
Madden
household.
season.
But not just Madden. It's football season. That's why this episode is called Ladies. I was letting the ladies know it is upon us. The time of the year where your husband ain't gonna be your husband.
I'm your husband. I'm your husband. Not on Thursdays, not on Sundays, not on Mondays. But I'm your husband them other days as long as I'm not playing Madden.
And the problem is that's what I said too. I was like Monday, Thursday, and Sunday is when football, which Sunday's all day. That's only when it's all day. And then you got Saturday for college football. And then you got Friday for high schools and stuff.
Friday night. I'm all yours.
But then you got YouTube channels that you be watching. So when you get off of football, then you start watching your YouTube channels. And then when you get off of that, you start watching. Hold on. I keep getting mine. What is going on here? So I got to deal with. I don't deal with just. I don't deal. Oh no, here it is. Oh, this popped up. I don't know why. Noah Lyles. Sha'Carri Richardson. I'm standing with Noah on this one. The organizations have players from different countries, but do they compete against different countries? You have to go against the world in order to be a world champion. Noah Lyles, that's his name. Sorry, it just popped up because my what's it called is messing up right now.
I mean, the fortunate part of that statement is that they're American citizens, so they can say whatever they want. It's their God-given right as an American citizen to say whatever they want, and if that's how they feel, that's how they feel. I get it to a certain extent, but I mean, not every country has football. And the countries that used to have football, the football players were all supplied basically from America. And then Canadian football is slightly different from the football that we play.
But
Here in America.
football everywhere else is soccer.
I mean, soccer is soccer.
That's that American arrogance you speak of.
I've yeah. So I only knew of one football growing up, and then
Because you're American.
yeah, and then they started talking about this football. I thought it was saying foosball, but anyway, I digress. Soccer's intense, and it's probably I think it's one of the world's biggest sports. But in America, what dominates American sports is football.
I agree with that.
Basketball is I think basketball might be the second largest sport in the world.
But
And
baseball is the highest paid in America, isn't it? Their players are paid.
yeah, they got better contracts.
Mhm.
You got baseball players that's been either retired or retired for years that are just now getting the pay that they pushed back or pushed off, and they're making 56 million or more based off those contracts. But it's all based off of the player union, who's representing who has the actual interest, and who's willing to walk away really. Because if baseball players didn't strike, then they wouldn't have got some of the things that they got. But because of all of that, it's a slower game. It's kind of harder to get into for the average person that's just sitting at home on the couch. Going to the stadiums is always uh, more fun and easier to get into games. But
Baseball?
yeah, with baseball, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
going to the stadiums is way more fun.
I was bored.
Um,
I was only there for the hot dogs, and then my car got towed, so that was a very expensive
well,
experience.
you went to the Royals game back when they were. Well, I mean,
But they were playing the Yankees that day,
they are who they are now.
and I
But
wore a Yankees outfit. That probably was why my car, whatever,
yeah, yeah.
whatever. So, what
But
are your predictions for this year when it comes to football?
predictions. I don't know. I don't know yet.
How you feeling about your Raiders as we embark
Don't
on
want
the
to talk
off
about it right
season?
now.
Okay. Well, Mike still gets to wear the number 4 jersey because the quarterback still kept the number, didn't he?
Yeah,
Or you don't want to talk about it?
he one the coaches is petty, and two he allowed them to use him as a pawn if he's the one that because they could pick their own jersey numbers. And he was like, it's just the one that they gave me. So it's like, no, like you wore 16 or something in college, and now all of a sudden you're wearing number 4. It's not the smartest idea, especially if you're not the greatest thrower of the football, which I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying, if you're gonna replace
Cheat.
if you're gonna replace the person that holds almost all the records in a position that you're at, and you're gonna replace that person and use their number, you better be just as good, if not greater. Otherwise, you're just, shout out to Jamarcus Russell.
Does he have potential? I haven't been watching the preseason. First of all, when is the
He's
actual season start?
next week.
This next week.
His his preseason was pretty good. I was impressed by AOC is what they call them. I was
Okay.
impressed by AOC. Um, Unfortunately, when Jimmy Garoppolo gets injured, AOC will come in and he'll do pretty well. It's just I didn't think he started his career um, on drama, really unnecessary drama, and I don't like unnecessary drama. So it's
But
like
you love me.
I know
No,
unnecessary.
I'm just kidding. I'm not unnecessary drama.
No, but I wouldn't. Like I said, I would have chose a different number. I would have pushed back a little bit. regardless of anything the coaches said.
Where's Mike? Mike?
He is probably either in his room or in the bathroom.
Does he have a shirt on?
I think he does.
Tell him come here. Let's see
Mike,
what he has
Mike.
to say.
Mike, what are you doing?
Oh.
Well,
oh, my poor pumpkin.
I don't think he's coming to the phone anytime soon.
He's like, what? Well, so I'm looking forward to this season. I'm not exactly sure where I'm gonna lean, but I can't switch over because Lord knows I don't need no drama from John on any of that. Because John be coming with the hater move. Oh, now you was Dallas Cowboy, now you a Raiders fan, now you blah 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 blah.
First
I don't feel
off,
like hearing
let
it,
me
so I
just
can't
say-
switch until you switch.
Let me
But I
just
like
say-
being a
well,
Raiders fan.
You ain't switching because I was a Raiders fan even with Jamarcus Russell and all those sad quarterbacks and horrible, deplorable defenses. So I stuck it out this far. I might as well continue to stick it out, but I will stick it out in protest if this season is not up to snuff. So we got a lot of New England Patriots and everything floating around the Raiders, and if that don't equal wins, then they need to get on out. And
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
that means our head coach, our general manager, and almost all of their staff and the majority of the backup players on the Raiders and some of our starters are all from New England.
Gotcha. Yeah. You know, I was a Cowboys fan the world doesn't know. But I was a Cowboys fan my whole life, and I didn't switch over to the Raiders until you. But I will say that I always was, partial to the Raiders, so it wasn't like it was a hard transition. But I know, why you yawn? You made me yawn.
I'm tired. I gotta get up in the morning.
I know. I just wanted to talk about how all these women's next week, when everything starts with football, then you got to deal with Madden, then you got to deal with after football YouTube, watching YouTube channels of people who are commentating on the games and telling y'all all the stuff about.
Are we gonna do the ground rules of?
Let me hear your ground rules. Let me hear if this is let me hear what this comes about.
When your man is watching football, ladies.
This is gonna be a poem. When your man is watching football,
don't walk in front of the TV, stand in front of the TV, or want to have a crucial conversation when the game's about to start or when the game is on. During halftime, during commercial breaks, those are the times where you get your conversations in. But they got to be quick, rapid-fire conversations, okay? We can't have a deep philosophical conversation about whether or not aliens exist or, what religion you want to practice, okay? Quick, to the point.
Or what you want for dinner? Don't ask about that, right? Because that's a long philosophical conversation.
You know what I want.
So don't feed you. Got you.
You know what I want for dinner? Just make it. Just make it.
That
is what? Whatever you choose to make is what I want for dinner. Is that not what I tell you?
Wow. This is some selfish ass shit.
Selfish.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
I gave you the times where you can get your conversation.
I know you're talking to the other ladies because you're definitely not talking to me. I'm gonna walk in front of the TV. I'm gonna unplug it if you don't pay attention to what I'm asking.
And that's the reason why I got multiple TVs. But anyway, so commercial breaks, half times. That's when you do your hey babe, let's talk real quick. But short conversations, no long philosophical, drawn out conversation. Get to the point. When the game is on, okay, and you want to snuggle or whatever, that's cool. But if your guy is sitting on the edge of the couch, all right, chances are he's vocal whenever he sees a good play or it's a bad call or whatnot, right? he is more than likely going to be standing up, jumping around and whatnot. So it's probably not going to be beneficial for you to snuggle with your guy, especially if his team is losing. Now, if his team is winning and they up good, he gonna be in a good mood, right? But if they losing, chances are he's gonna
Don't
be
even
in a
mess
bad mood.
around.
Don't be trying to console him, tell him it's only a game, all that good stuff, because we don't care. We don't care.
You know, I remember when I used to call you and you would be playing Madden. You swore up and down every time I jinxed you.
Listen, every time you called me and we was talking on the phone, somehow, some way, I threw an interception. Before that,
I swear, I think you're lying.
Before that, I had three touchdowns in a row, no interceptions. I get on the phone with you, I throw 2 interceptions, hang up from you, I'm back on the road throwing touchdowns. I don't get it, I don't understand it, but I'm super.
You always blaming me, but I had to. I mean, I wasn't there, so I can't say that it was my fault. I would have to say that it was probably your fault. You threw the interception because you were playing a good game.
Every time you called me,
That's because you had to pay attention to me.
I learned my lesson now.
What's your lesson? I thought you were gonna tell us, but I guess
Oh no, I'm not about to spoil what I learned. And
is that when you don't answer the phone?
I ain't hear. I didn't hear my phone ring. It was on vibrate. I'm sorry, babe.
Oh, that's when you be lying and saying your phone was upstairs on the charger.
First of all, my phone do be upstairs on the charger.
No, it don't be upstairs on the charger.
It's always
every single
on
time.
vibrate. So
because let Mike FaceTime you and you answer right away. So when I FaceTime, first of all, you said my phone was on the charger. When Mike brought the FaceTime in the room, his tablet. When I FaceTime his iPad, your phone was right next to you. I could see it.
My phone,
but I let you lie. No, it wasn't
on the charger. What you see was my work phone.
Oh, really? This is the game we about to play.
Just being honest, you could call my work phone.
This is the game we about to play. Thanks,
Ju. Call my work phone. What'd Juju say?
She just sent me stars.
No.
And she also said that what did I walk into? Because she knows you cray. Everybody knows who's like when it comes to football season. I always have to deal with extra with you. The good thing for you, though, wait a minute. Let me finish my thought. The good thing for you is that you actually have a wife that loves and understands. There is a key factor there. I love football, but not just love it. I actually understand football enough to sit there and pay attention. I will leave. There are games that I won't watch. There's games that you walk out on, and I'll still watch. I can always tell when the Raiders done fucked up, though, because, like, you'll scream from the downstairs, and then next thing you know, I hear, in the game. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, you gonna be like that, huh? Woo! Hey, we gotta get a dub. We gotta get a dub some way. I might as well do it on PlayStation 5. I'm just saying.
That is like your go-to. Whenever the Raiders, especially if it's like literally like crunch time in the fourth quarter.
Man, you don't understand how much I gotta go through just to watch the game here in Kansas City as a Raiders fan. Like I gotta go through a lot of hoops,
MacGyver stuff,
try and figure out some things and get it just right. And after I go through all this stuff, you just gonna throw it away at the last 3 minutes of the game. Defense don't want to be a defense. Offense then changed their damn play calls in the middle of the game. No adjustments was made during halftime. It's like what are we doing here? I'm wasting my time. I might as well. I don't like cheese. I might as well,
So listen. Okay, so I know that when we got married, we were gifted tickets to the Chiefs and Raiders game that year, 2014, when we got married. We were gifted that, and we went to the game the day after we got married. I did not like the experience. We went here in Kansas City, obviously. So we went to the Chiefs Stadium, and we had some pretty good seats, by the way. So then this past January, Mike, and you were gifted for Mike's birthday an experience in the new Raiders Stadium for the Chiefs Raiders game that was January the 8th. You guys had the VIP. You guys were right behind the players. Mike talked about that for a lot. If you had to compare the energy of each game in different houses, what would be like your pros and cons of, because my experience, I did not like it. I didn't not like how they was rudely and wanting to start fights, or the fights was breaking out all over. I did not like it at all. But Mike, I was worried about y'all, but Mike seemed to have such an amazing time. So tell me, like, the
Nah.
differences overall.
Well, one, whenever I go to a Chiefs Raider game, whether it's in Arrowhead or
The black
Vegas,
hole.
you can't call it the black hole anymore. It really
Oh,
don't have the same feel, right?
okay.
So if it was still in Oakland, it's a lot of things that wouldn't fly. But because it's in Vegas, other teams' fan bases get away with a lot more stuff. But that's cool. I'd never really have any issues going to any game, whether it's Chiefs Raiders. I went to a Chiefs Chargers game before, and I'm always in my Raiders gear. But yeah, I never get into anything for real.
That's
I,
not what I asked you. I mean, like, the experience overall, like,
the
the
experience,
vibe is
first of all,
different.
you got a brand new state of the art stadium versus a stadium that is decrepit and falling apart. I'm not saying that it's the worst stadium in the NFL by any means, because I haven't went to all of them. But if I had to compare stadiums, it's unmatched. The Raider Stadium is 10 times, but it's also brand new. So um,
So
as
you had a VIP experience with the new Raider Stadium, and you also normally when you would go to the Chiefs games, you would always have box seats.
Yeah, I've had box seats at the Chiefs Stadium, especially after they did the renovation. They had like a president's box or something like that. They had buffet and everything. Um, Food was good. Food at the Raider Stadium was good too. But again, it's just I can't explain to you how it felt being in the Raider Stadium. Um, it was way nicer. It was one of the nicest stadiums I've ever been in.
It was good. You and I went for a tour before they even had a game in there. It was a really nice stadium, really great experience. We got to go behind the scenes on some things and get a really behind the scenes tour because of the person that we met um there, or that helped us do the tour, and the history behind stuff. So that was a really great experience. What do you think, like, as a father, knowing Mike is literally like your mini, like, that boy eats and sleeps you and does it so, like, unintentionally, but as a father, being able to see his face when you guys went to that game, because I was worried. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, oh my God, my baby, I can't be there.
Nah,
I had to really be reliant on you to protect our son.
he was
So what
excited.
do you?
He was excited as hell. The one thing that I wish um, I could have did was I could have got him like Derek Carr or Devontae Adams like signature, or let him meet him or whatever. Because that
Yeah.
was the one thing they kept asking. When am I going to get to see the players? When am I going to get to see the players? So that was the one thing. And of course, if we didn't lose uh, embarrassingly like that, it would have been a lot better too. But you know,
Wow.
it was
I'm
very
good.
embarrassing. They did like a ring around the rosy and all that, and I was trying to get Mike to chant like you normally would chant in Oakland, and it was nobody that it was
It
even
wasn't the
the
same
section that
vibe.
was even the section that we was in. It was like season ticket holders section for the Raiders, and even that had you know Chiefs fans in it. It was nothing like Oakland.
Gotcha.
Like the stadium is a whole lot better than Oakland, but the vibe is just not Raiders vibe. Like you got people in away jerseys, away Oakland or Raiders jerseys, and you're supposed to always wear black jerseys at home games. Like regardless, you're
What if
always
it was dirty?
what your Raiders jersey.
Yeah, because don't you got an old school Lot jersey? What's his name? LOTT.
Right.
Isn't that?
I got a Ronnie Lott jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the white jersey. I never wear the white jersey at home games.
I haven't seen you wear that in a long time.
Yeah, you
But-
always wear. You gotta wear the black jersey, and if the black jersey is dirty, it's because it got blood from somebody else on it. They
Lord
shouldn't have been
Jesus.
talking. Shouldn't have been talking.
But do you think if you had the opportunity, or not if you have, or when you have the opportunity, will you take Mike back to another game?
Yeah, absolutely.
Will you take me this time? Wow.
I will take.
Wow.
I will take you to
The silence.
I will take you to the Vegas game. But
Yeah, I don't want to go.
Me and Mike can go to the Kansas City game.
No, he can't go.
Why not?
Did you see how them people was acting? They was fighting and
That
everything
was-
else. No,
that
absolutely
was 9
not.
years
Nope.
ago.
I don't care. He can't go, and it was
That was
almost
almost
10
10
almost
years
9.
ago,
No, it was
woman.
almost 9. Almost 9. No, because they act unless you got box seats, VIP, and
The
he
la-
got his 2 or 14 security guards. Ain't gonna happen. You. I would be worried about you going, and you are a grown man that could protect yourself and knock
Dude,
a couple people out. You know.
How many times I'm at the Chiefs Raiders game and I seen Samaj out of nowhere. I seen like 4 or 5 people I knew just walking around.
They're also Chiefs fans.
And that's fine.
And
But
then I felt like people picked on us more. Well, not us, but like they try to like, because they're, the other teams are outnumbered, so they try to pick on the other team fans more. I think that nope, he can't go.
what it is if you can't talk trash back, keep walking. I can talk trash back, right? And then because I'm talking trash back, and because I know a lot of people that's out there, chances of anything turning physical is very, very low.
No, my son can't go to that. That's a no from me.
And then
Next.
with my son on top of that, like, and it ain't gonna be like
He
that.
got to be in VIP section with a security guard escorting him in and out the building.
I am his security.
I mean, like, armed.
I keep
Anyway.
Kobe, baby.
Shut your ass
What?
up. Shut up. I think I'm gonna get a new jersey.
What Mike say? I'm never
wait.
talking,
You said
okay?
I can't wear. Which jersey can I not wear? Because I got Waller and I got Adams.
You
Didn't I
can't
still got
wear
Adams?
Waller.
That's my
anymore.
83 jersey.
Yeah,
I got to. I was born in 83.
we can actually get the name changed on the back of your name, like I got on mine. But he is now with the Giants, which is another reason why I'm kind of upset with the Raiders right now. Although we
remember
do
when
got
I
a rookie
was-
tight end, we got a rookie tight end that should be just as good as Brock one day, hopefully. But yeah,
I remember I had a Keyshawn Johnson jersey growing up. He was number 27 because of my initials. No, I'm sorry. I had a Larry Johnson that was 27. That was only Chiefs, but I never wore it because I just couldn't bring myself. Keyshawn Johnson was, my God. Are you sure? Wait a minute. No.
What
Don't
position
correct me.
did
Don't
Keyshawn
correct me.
Johnson play?
Don't
I'm
correct
just
me.
asking what
Don't correct
position.
me.
I'm
Don't
just
correct
asking.
me.
I'm
No,
just
don't
asking
correct
what
me. So Larry
Don't
Johnson
Google it
was, huh?
Said don't be Googling it neither.
He was on the Jets.
Who?
Okay, hold on. Who are we talking about?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Are we talking about Keyshawn or Larry?
Keyshawn. No.
All right,
Larry
we talking
Johnson
about-
was 27 on the Chiefs. And then he was also in that Fantasia video.
I have no clue.
He was her love interest. Before he changed teams. I don't even remember where he went.
Mm,
Keyshawn.
Hey, but he did have his
Did
nice
he?
Bentley though. He had a nice Bentley, and he had Rock 27 on the back. It was dope. It was a 2-door Bentley. I always seen him at the casinos though.
Why would you see him at your? Oh, where you worked at?
Nah, he would go to the Argosy. He would be at the. I'm just telling this business like that. He'd be at some of the casinos around town.
He's like, I'm trying to think. I
Keyshawn
don't remember what. Wait. Don't tell me. I don't remember what position. Hold on, because here's how I remembered his number, because it was one of my younger ages. But at the time of 27, that would have been Larry Johnson. So it had to have been like, I want to say 18. No, it could have been 18. Was it 18? Maybe it was 19. No, it had to have been like 19 or 21. It had to have been 19 or 21.
Well, let
His
me just
jersey
say,
was a green. He played for the Jets at the time,
he did play for the Jets.
and then he went to North Carolina at some point. Didn't he play for North Carolina? The Panthers, or maybe it was the Lions. He played for a blue team.
He played for the Cowboys.
No. He played for. Now I'm a Google.
He played for the Cowboys.
Hold that thought. I'm going to Google.
He played for the Cowboys. He played for the Jets.
I know he played for, but
Cowboys.
he played for one of the sky blue teams. Hold on, Keyshawn.
It's Keyshawn, not Eshawn.
I know what his name is.
He was a receiver, by the way. Receivers didn't
And
wear.
I told you that before.
Receivers.
Keyshawn Johnson, American football team player. Hold up. Let's go to his wiki page. Blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, yada. Wide receiver. NFL. Number 19. Where'd you go? See, he didn't want no. I know I wasn't tripping, people. My babe hung up. Where are you? I just want to say for the record, I was right. He played for the Jets from 1996 to 99, Tampa Bay Buccaneers from 2000 to 03, Dallas Cowboys for 04 to 05, and then Carolina Panthers 06. Oh, he's back.
I got a phone
Okay,
call.
so really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hold on. So I just wanted to prove to the world he played for the Jets 96 to 99, Buccaneers from 2000 to 03, Dallas from 04 to 05, and Carolina Panthers in 06.
He played for Carolina.
I told you. I knew I wasn't tripping.
I knew it wasn't North Carolina.
Well, at the time they were called North Carolina Panthers. Or were they always?
I don't remember them ever being called.
I mean, they were always whatever.
They were always Carolina.
The Carolinas.
Yeah.
Whatever.
How did they get Panthers though? Because anyway, but
we should ask Barry. Keep pounding.
is that the
That's what.
you like
They should have. They should have.
Dang, Bobby, you gotta calling me a giant and everything. I ain't 7 feet tall. I wish I was. I'd be in the NBA right now. And actually, I'd probably be retired from the NBA by now.
Because your knees?
I ain't never had no knee problems. I don't know why people think I got bad knees.
Mike said you got bad feet. He said your feet be messed up.
My feet do be messed up. I got turf toe and shit. I mean, stuff. Turf toe hurt.
Whatever. I just like the fact that that we have these conversations, because you always be talking. Remember when we first started dating and we would talk about defense plays, and you swore up and down I didn't know what a 3-4 or 4-3 was.
You're thinking of another boyfriend, babe.
First of all, you're not my boyfriend. You're my husband.
At the time,
and you did swear. Shut up. You
no,
always trying to say we had this conversation. Okay,
but that's not what we used to argue about.
You did. You did.
It was Deanna that we used to argue with all the time
Stop
because she
saying
like,
people names that don't want their names to be on the broadcast.
all right, you're right. It was one of your friends that that liked the team but didn't know why they liked the team other than one particular running back who's no longer on the team when she
Reggie
liked.
Bush.
Yeah.
Well, she already likes him, so.
So.
But a lot of women pick football teams. Not all, so don't let me stereotype. But a lot of women pick football teams based on their colors.
I mean, that's fine, but
or they associate with, like, there's a lot of women that be on my Facebook status. There's a lot of women. It's something on my microphone, Puff. That's why. Before you think. There's a lot of women on my Facebook status that, especially during football season, like there's only one female that I'll have a conversation with about football, and that's Jessica. I didn't say her name. You could go on my friends list and there's a bunch of Jessicas. But Jessica's the only person that I have conversations and I'll go back and forth with. But there's a lot of other women on there that are always like Chiefs this and Chiefs that, and I'll be thinking to myself, my G, like me and you couldn't even have a conversation because you only like whoever, or you only know about football because you're dude, and you really don't know that much about football. And before y'all got Mahomes, you really didn't know shit about football. You was probably girls' night mimosas and shit.
Before Patrick Mahomes, it was not that many Chiefs fans out there.
Right. Not to say that I mean he's been a blessing to the city, but
He been good. He brought the wrong dang burger chain up here because Whataburger is not where it's at.
Should have brought In-N-Out.
Yeah, Whataburger is trash unless you go to Dallas, and Dallas is good.
Texas.
No, Dallas is, because I went to the one in Houston. It ain't that good, but the one in Dallas is good. You got to get a milkshake and all that good stuff. Everywhere else, Whataburger is just mid.
Yeah, when we were in Arizona, I was not a fan. I remember when
Arizona
our nephew
had to be the worst. It had to be the worst.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. See, thank you for owning that, Priscilliana, because so many people do not. Boys, I mean, yeah, rep your city, rep what you want to rep. Oh, that's fine. It's when you get to talking shit. That's when I have a problem. Like, that's when I'ma just block you for the whole football season, because what you're saying to me makes, like, there's one particular person, like, this person is every time the Chiefs win, it's always this. But when the Chiefs don't win, it's always this. But the problem is that you're talking shit on shit that you don't know nothing about. Like, I literally can probably spit facts at you, and it's not because of my husband. It's because I actually understand and watch football. Now, if there's something I don't understand, I do ask you, right?
Those are the same people that when Patrick Mahomes either retire or leaves will no longer be Chiefs fans.
Yeah. And that's like, when I was growing up, my grandma, the reason why I'm not a huge Chiefs fan, well, first of all, I've always been a Cowboys fan because my uncle, when he would come home from the military, he would always sit and watch Cowboys games because he's a huge Cowboys fan. And so I would sit there with him and watch the Cowboys. And I wore Cowboys jerseys when I was in elementary school. And that's when they was winning them titles like crazy. And Deion Sanders and whoever else,
First of all, they didn't win titles like crazy.
They was winning a lot. Yes, in like the 90s.
They won three. They won
like
90s.
4. Okay. Do we need to Google again? Do we need to Google again?
They won 3.
At some point, they were the highest until the Pittsburgh Steelers. They were the highest team to have the most Super Bowl wins. They had like 7, and then the Steelers tied them, and then from there, it just went up.
You sure about that?
Do we want to Google?
I'm pretty sure the 49ers was in that conversation as well.
Yeah, they did come in later. That's what I said.
I'm not a Cowboys fan. So.
But anyway, the reason why was like because my grandma, she always had a heart attack, because what would happen was they would be doing good and they'd go like 13-0, get right into the playoffs, and boom, fuck it all up. Or like they would be like doing good in the game and they throw it all away. And this is like Dante Hall, Tony Gonzalez days. Now the thing about the Chiefs is
they went 13-0 and lost to the Bengals out of nowhere. I remember that.
My grandma almost lost her shit.
I got into a fight that next day.
My grandma almost lost her shit. She was like a huge Chiefs, like Chiefs was her shit. And so that was why I was like, I can never stress out over a team like this.
I gotta go.
Now look at me. You gotta take your phone call?
Yeah, I gotta go and get Mike.
Oh. What's okay? We're at an hour anyway. Thanks for being a special guest, and I appreciate it. I am gonna Google this real quick before I get off, just so I can prove my point. But I appreciate you. Thanks for
I
joining
mean,
me for a little bit.
that's cool. Go Raiders, Raider Nation.
Yeah, happy
Win,
football
lose, or
season.
draw. Still Raider
Hold on.
Nation. It's no Patriots West or none of that crap. Still a black hole. One day we'll get back. One day. What do
Okay,
you
I'm going to the list.
Right.
You can hang up whenever you're ready.
No, I want to hear this.
Oh, okay. I thought you had to go get Mike. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
ain't running from the smoke. I like all smokes.
the very first one was in 1967.
Yeah, it
Green
gets
Bay.
though.
Hold on.
I will say, up until 1999, the franchise with the winningest record was the Raiders. Oakland, LA.
We're talking about Super Bowl wins.
I don't care. I'm talking about winning percentages.
Hold on. Let me see. Super Bowl records by team.
Yeah, I got like 5.
New England is 6.
yeah.
Pittsburgh
Raiders-
is 6. Cowboys was 5. So you're right, it was 5, not 7.
Yeah.
San
And they only
Francisco
won 3
5.
in the-
Green Bay. I'm trying to read it to you.
Okay.
You wanted to hear, but you talking.
Well, I knew.
So
but,
the leading is New England at 6, tied with Pittsburgh, but New England's been there more. They've had more appearances because they lost 5. Pittsburgh won 6, lost 2. Dallas 5, San Francisco 5, Green Bay 4, New York 4, Denver 3, Los Angeles or Raiders 3, Washington 3, really, and Kansas City 3, and two losses. St. Louis, everybody else is 2-2 until you get to the Eagles have only won 1 Super Bowl.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, they lost to Oakland.
The Seattle Seahawks only won 1.
Yep, they should have won 2, but they ain't handing the ball off to Marshawn.
You know what? I'm gonna have to switch. Yeah, you're right. Russell dropped the bag on that.
Russell, nah, it was the coach.
I mean,
coaching was one. Russell dropped the bag too because he knew he should have checked out of that dang play, but it was the coaching. Coaching messed that up. They should have called a run play.
Yeah, that was a hot mess. Anyway, I appreciate you tapping in with your lovely wifey today, so I wouldn't be all by myself.
Oh,
I sing it at the beginning, so you might as well sing it at the.
Oh,
I wanna be all by myself.
I love you.
Love you too. Damn. Damn. Didn't even get to say love you or nothing. He just cut off. So thanks for tapping in with me tonight, you guys. Thanks for keeping me company while David just ditched me, and apparently so did my husband. Happy pre-football season, ladies. I hope y'all keep y'all shit together and don't black nobody's eye or nothing like that. Not to say that I do not condone any kind of DV. So don't be blacking nobody's eye and saying Tish said that was cool or nothing like that. What I am saying, though, is don't sign them contracts. Don't sign no Madden contract. Don't sign no football season 2023-24 contract. Don't sign none of that. Don't listen to what they talking about. You want to stand from that TV, stand from TV, because I bet you paid for it, too. And then if you really bold, if you really a savage, stand in front of the TV with some lingerie on or some body paint or something. See what happens. I bet you that TV ain't going to be working after a while. It's going to be powered off. I'm just playing. I love y'all. Thank you for tapping in. Next week, we have 2 special guests. We're going to talk about some community outreach programs here and in other parts of the country. So we're super excited about the guests that we have coming on next week because these outreach programs help to really shape our youth, which is our future. Like Whitney Houston said, I believe the children. You know the song. Anyway, we're super excited because we have 2 special guests coming on like we did last week to talk about community outreach programs that involve the youth and just mentorship programs that involve the youth and ways that you can get involved too if you're interested in, especially in the Kansas City area. So definitely hit us up, or no, tap in next week, next Tuesday, 7 o'clock on the dot. Don't be late like David was today. I appreciate you guys keeping me company. Happy football season. Happy We Time podcasting. And episode 8 is going to be marvelous. Adios, amigos. Bye.